Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Inshallah, today we present about parental factors in academic excellence of the students. My name is Nur Aliana Binti Zulkifli. My metric number is 1201823, while my friend names Nur Amira binti Abdul Khalid. Her number metric is 1201831. Okay, firstly, introduction for this article. Name Nurzaini Azman is a university lecturer center for the study of leadership and education policy in University Kebangsaan Malaysia, which is UKM. She also has published 132 books. She also has many academic qualifications, which is a Doctor of Philosophy in University of Manchester, also Master in University of Manchester, and Bachelor of University Edinburgh. This article about parental factors in academic excellence of the students. The date this article was published on 9 November 2015. Article in Malaysian Journal of Learning and Instruction, January 2008.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Next, my part content review. First, the purpose of the study. The study aims to see what factor affect the academic excellence of deaf student. The scientific question of the study is to what extent the following factor contribute to the academic excellence of deaf student. First, family resource. 2, family environment. 3, parental involvement in education. 4, parental attitude. Next, research concept of them. This article is to understand how the parental factor of contribute to the academic excellence of deaf student, which is defined as the success achieved by deaf student in public exam to enable them to continue their studies to the diploma or first degree level in institution of higher learning. The theme of our study is if we don't care if there is not strong support for academic excellence for deaf students. Okay, such as first, their future will be destroyed because they feel discouraged and even confident in themselves who have a deficiency if there is not support around the such as parent, relative, and neighbor. Next, 2, they feel distracted and important to study. Well, they also need to know the ilmu so that their life are more beneficial. This makes the lost motivation to improve themselves. Third, it is difficult to get a job because they don't have important education certificate such as CG Pelajaran Malaysia, SPM, or degree, or feel because they don't care that this education are important to get a job and will picture. Next, theory. The article is used theory important the purported factor of deaf student academic excellence. This article also that the attitude parent is main key to being positive so that the children or student do not feel inferior. Even parent, peer teacher need to give support and word of encouragement to deaf students so they get a positive aura to help their development. Indication, this article also tell the parent of deaf students are very concerned about education and some of them have been involved in their children education sign their children were smart. This showed that their parents value education even though they are deficient in terms of hair problem. This showed that there is not a reason not to learn if we nurture them for a young age so they feel the education is important in their life. Next, research methodology. This study used a retrospective case study method. A retrospective research is a form of research that reviews the respondent experience to obtain information about what happened a while ago to explain the current situation. This data was collected using a qualitative, approved or multiple case and multiple location. This data involve interview methods such as parent-writing question to deaf student and document analysis. Data from the outstanding deaf student were collected using writing questions sent via electronic mail. The research used same instruction question, IC recorder, video recording, and voice recording was used during the interview session. Next, the interview text was transcribed, written, typed in Microsoft Word, and sent for review by the study respondent. Next, result. This article tells about the main factors that contribute to the success academic excellence of the student, showing the similarity of finding through data analysis, through interview with a parent and the student. There are four themes or support to inspire the student to help in their studies. First, parental attitude. The attitude of parent is the main objective for expecting the presence of the children in the family is very important for the development of the student. And also family is a because if parent are positive, parent will try to help their children to live life will, for example, try to find relevant information as soon as they know about the problem children they have to know according to the category. With this, parents will continue to seek advice for ideologies to get hearing aids. Apart from that, read a little book, and parents also need to join program or course related to their children so that they can better understand their children's characters. And in this study, there are also some mothers who are willing to quit their job to focus their full attention on sensitive children. 2. Family resource have two aspects. First, education level dengan socio-economy, which play a role in determining the academic excellence of deaf children. Educate and financially capable parents can provide better opportunities and facilities for deaf children. Parents and deaf students thus admit that the expense to provide for the needs of deaf students are high. Costs such as eating, drinking, coaching, and very more to buy every age and diabetes. Last but not least, involvement in education. Deaf students excel because all their parents are very concerned about education, and they have been involved in education since their children were small. Parents also learn what is taught to their children to enable them to teach their children at home using the technique they have been learned so that they can help them more progress and understanding deeply. When the children have started to be ready to learn, parents have tried to teach you using various methods. Some mothers put more emphasis on teaching reading and writing with deaf children, and this method shows that they can read and writing before they start school. Parents are found to work together with their children to ensure that the children can master their study well. As family environment. This article also found there are deaf children also involved in daily communication with family to more strengthen that family relation. Uh, the friendly and accepting nature of the family has made deaf children able to cooperate with other family members so that they can excel in academic. And there are also some parents who feel sad because they are monkey and insulted by those around them, such as neighbor for having a ring impaired child and making the family at the deaf child feel unmotivated and depressed about what they are facing. Therefore, parents stay away from the rule of this study, show that parents have been able to provide a conducive family environment for the upbringing of the children, and it has enabled the children to achieve high excellence in academics.
Alright, next we move to critical review. First, the main issue discuss family environment in terms of parenting styles, family bonding and parental pressure. And yes, this issue is very interesting because parents is individual who is closer with their children as baby until teenagers. Second, the issue raised by the author are very relevant, and of course, yes, I agree with the content and statement that author given in this article. Third, the findings of the study also how that close family ties, strong religious beliefs, the right parenting style, and parents who are able to absorb pressure have been able to educate their children to success. Next, fourth, this factor is in line with Jackson's study, which found that parenting style has an importance on children's academic achievement and work methods. Fifth, the findings of these studies are reliable and reassuring, with the step taken to ensure the validity and reliability of the studies, which is that higher level of parenting involvement with deaf children, the more their children are in academic. And lastly, critical review is this article can change and affect the way I think about parental factors in the accent of deaf student.
Conclusion, answer to one question. Deaf students find it difficult to excel in academic because of the many obstacles and challenges they have to overcome. The pain their families endured to achieve the excellence. This shows that students with special needs receive teaching and learning as well as self-adjustment from the beginning in terms of social relation and community around the school and the local community. And the influence of parents, where our practice need to play an important role and need to cooperate with each other, especially parents who have important duty and obligation to determine how deaf children will develop in the future. Next, answer to question 2. I will challenge myself to enter a program that deal with people with hearing problems, such as volunteering to teach them so that they don't feel inferior and don't fall behind. If we give them support in learning, if we give them the best support, themselves will be more enthusiastic to learn other subjects such as study Quran, mathematics, and so on. Therefore, we need to take care so that we can both develop ourselves as a society and the country. Last answer to question 3. I feel yes, because the research done by this researcher only took through interview, but this research did not create a Google form, so that the research is more intensive and can get more ideas and can also save time and fluid from going through the interview method. And this is our reference. Thanks for listening.
Okay, lastly, this is another reference that we get for this article. So we get 10 reference in this article.